Justice Barrett.
A couple of factual questions. And thinking about how settled the factual record is here for purposes of applying a test, it seemed like there was, I understand all the reasons why PAW is a federal agency from your point of view. I understand all of the evidence from that. But do you understand respondents to contest that point at all? Because it seems in some places like they cast doubt on it. Is that settled?
I mean, I think it's settled beyond any reasonable debate, but I suppose if there really were a debate on that, this is a context where if you think there's a factual dispute, you essentially defer to the plausible allegations in the removal petition. And I think based on that, we're more than plausible. I mean, we have the official history that supports, I think, really what we're saying. Now, they point out that, well, the state still had some residual role in regulating production. I don't think they're wrong about the fact that the state still had some residual role, but it's black and white in terms of the federal government's role in the war versus outside of the war. So.
Okay.
But in all events, if you thought there was a factual dispute, you still end up deferring to the plausible allegations in the removal petition, and any factual issues get sorted out in federal court, not in state court.
Okay, second question is, Louisiana says that you grossly mischaracterize whether the state is trying to hold you liable for the World War II activities. Mr. Aguinaldo says, no, this is just about the defense. The only thing that's relevant is they're showing that the activities were lawfully commenced before the Louisiana statute was enacted. I've read the expert report, and I can see why. Right. Is it the expert report that's leading you to say that, yes, we're actually being held, they're trying to hold us liable for that, as opposed to having it be relevant solely for the defense?
So, I think as a practical matter, it was the expert report that sort of started the whole re-removal effort. And I think even the Fifth Circuit, when it considered that, said, yeah, the World War II is directly at issue here. There were hints of that even in the original complaint, because if you look at the complaint, they're asking, one of the forms of relief is to restore this to its original condition. And of course, there's nothing more effective in a state court sort of jury presentation than a before and after presentation. And the before and after photos they want to show are the bayou before the war and now in sort of 2026, whatever it is. And so, that's a much less effective demonstrative if it's 1981 to now, and there's still even further problems. But if they would have strictly limited this to 1980 forward, we wouldn't have this argument based on World War II. But again, the Roselle expert report, I think, speaks for itself.
Thanks.